Hey everyone, it's Friday, February 3rd, and I honestly don't know. Do we have 6 more weeks of winter, or is spring around the corner? Please help me answer this question. We'll be back. This is RVNN-Live, brought to you in part by Pet Hub and GoToMeeting.
Today's program brought to you by Pet Hub. Protect your pet for pennies a day with critical contact, medical, and dietary information on a smartphone scannable ID tag. And by GoToMeeting, affordable online meetings that work so you can do more and travel less.
Hey everyone, it is Courtney Wallen here at RVNN TV and joined by Andy McCaskey. How are you?
It's Final Friday.
It is Final Friday. Yeah. That's what I should have said. And during the commercial there, I said I really don't know if the groundhog yesterday was Groundhog's Day, if he saw his shadow or not, because what I heard was it was overcast in Puxatunny,
Peay.
So yeah. We don't know.
Yeah. But what we do know is, even though it's 45 degrees outside, there's still piles of snow that you see in shady areas and places like parking lots and so forth. So
yes.
It's somewhat seasonal, but normally this time of the year we'd have the 4-foot icicles hanging off of buildings, and not here at all. Rare, very strange.
I'm thankful, but yeah, I literally took my jacket off about an hour ago.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, I'm wearing a blazer.
Yep.
And then I had another jacket. I just can't get warm. So, anyways.
Well, you need to go to maybe a warmer climate.
Oh.
And, of course, a lot of folks in their RVs are enjoying the southern part of the United States this time of the year. Snowbirds in Florida, of course, winter Texans, people in Arizona, and people, of course, in the southern part of California as well.
Absolutely.
What's on tap for today?
Well, we've got a great CES interview we will be showing here in just a second. And actually,
focused on RVers.
Yeah, actually, if you could go ahead and talk real quick, because mine is still rendering.
I can indeed. She's moving things over here quickly. We went to the Consumer Electronics Show as a part of our affiliation with Tech Podcast Network, but CES is always a worthwhile and fun event, because there's all sorts of technology, things you use in your home, most particularly things that you can use in your RV or associated with the RV. And one of the things that we saw there, of course, Andy Hard Smith, who's host of our RVNN show Geocaching World, was with us for the event. And he was able to get a private interview with the folks at Magellan. Now, this was not on the show floor. This was kind of a special thing in an area that they had set up separately. So he had a chance to really get a look at the Magellan line of products that were focused for geocachers, the handheld units. But he also found one that was ideal for RVers. It was focused to be installed in the RV. And that's what Courtney's working on, bringing up.
And that might be coming up. Oh, there it is, just in time.
Oh,
okay. It's like I knew.
Just in time,
yeah.
when it sped across the network.
Yes.
From one side of the office here to the other, so we can bring that up. But we'll take a look at that in just a moment. There's a couple things that Courtney usually talks about in her 30 seconds. I don't know if I can do that in 30 seconds. You might point out that we are on Roku, and Roku is a set-top box. It uses the same technology that Netflix uses to put movies on your flat-screen TV. And if you have a Roku, please go to the channel store and take a look and find us and add us to your channel lineup. If you don't have a Roku, they are running some tremendous sales, $49.95. Their most expensive one, I think, is still just slightly under $100. And the Angry Birds one is about $89 this week, so you can check that out as well. A reminder, RVNN-Live is switching on Monday, February 6th. We're switching to 12 noon Eastern Time. And so the live at 5, that's going to go by the wayside. We're going to go live at noontime Eastern. And then we're going to repeat that so that folks can tune in during their lunch hour throughout the day throughout 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern. So that's a big change for us. We're kind of going to readjust things, but we've got someone joining us live interview on Skype, and of course the chat room will be open during that early part of the session when we are recording. Also, thanks once again to our newest sponsor, Dicor Corporation. Dicor is, their phrase is, they're at the core of everything you do, and they are such a presence in the RV industry with the behind-the-scenes components that are used to build today's RVs. And I want to thank them for support, specifically for our business show, RV Capital Talk. So, Courtney, all queued up, ready to go. Let's take a look at, not yet.
No, I'm ready, yeah.
You're ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
This is Andy Head Hard Hat Smith for TPN TV. We're going to find some sunny news about RV GPS units next.
Sponsored in part by Go to My PC. Use their iPhone app to access your work or home computer anytime. Try Go to My PC today with a special 45-day free trial. Visit gotomypc.com and click the Try It Free button and enter the promo code podcast.
Andy Head Hard Hat Smith here from TPN TV. We're here with Sonny to talk about a Magellan GPS unit for RV units. Hey, Sonny, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great. Hey, could you tell me a little bit about what you do with Magellan?
I'm a product marketing in charge of basically a big vehicle section, so RV, fleet, truck.
Well, for the viewers that know me, Head Hard Hat and RVs, we get along really well because geocachers also love to go RVing. But this is for RVs for everybody, and we're going to talk about this really cool unit called the RoadMate, correct?
That's correct. It's called a RoadMate RV.
RoadMate RV. Could you tell us what this does?
Sure. Basically, Magellan teamed up with Good Sam Club and designed an RV GPS navigator specifically just for the RVer. Because we understand this particular category is very unique and very different. Their requirement is definitely not your day-to-day vehicle navigation. So we basically pack in the feature and also the functionality. So to help the RV driver or the RVer when they were on the road to take the worry out of their journey. Like, for example, low bridges, narrow road, path road, U-turn, finding the right campground, or even a gas station. Just number of different stuff. I'm definitely very excited with our product.
Oh, I can tell. You know what? RVers go, as people may or may not know, you have the people that just go out vacationing for RVers, but you also have the lifers that do live in RVs 24/7. I can see how a GPS unit like this would be a big help. What are some of the features that go with the RoadMate?
So the feature we have is when it makes a little bit difference is you can set up your RV vehicle profile. From the length, the width, the weight, what you're carrying. If you have a propane, there's a certain road or bridges you're not supposedly passing through, and also vehicle type. Why is it important for the vehicle type? It's if you're towing your car, there are certain restrictions on the road. It's if you're towing something, you're not supposed to go through. And so with that, that's one of the key features we have.
That is huge because nobody wants to have that low bridge. That's not a good thing. Go ahead and show us a little bit of how this works.
Okay, so as you can see, all our RV units come with a 7-inch large screen. By understanding this particular segment, a little bit bigger screen, give you much more clear view as far as for where you're going. So if you look this vehicle type, you can actually select from motorhome class A, B, C, or even the one with the trailer. So you can actually select those, and once you select your vehicle type, this will also kind of factor into a consideration while you navigate. So your height, you can definitely put in your feet, and also if there's inches, you can actually put it in. We kind of try to make it a little bit easy to use. Propane, I would like to make that as a selection. One other cool feature we also back in, thinking about the RV when you're driving your motorhome, also touring your car. After you park your RV, what do? You gotta drive your regular car, right? So uncheck this profile. So now you basically deal with regular car speed limit. You don't have to worry about the regulation. You can be ready and go on the road and pack with the rest of the point of the engine.
So multi-vehicle, that is a nice thought. That is excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to take a quick go back to our sponsors, and then we're going to talk with Sonny a little bit more about the RoadMate RV.
You know, right in the middle of the Consumer Electronics Show here in Las Vegas, I would be able to have full control of my workstation back in the office, even though it's thousands of miles away. How can I do that? I can do that through an application called Go to My PC. It's a new iPhone app, and as we learned at CES, it's also available for Android. What you're able to do is to take control of your PC remotely, whether it be PC or Mac, and make adjustments just as if you were sitting there. You can go in and tweak an Excel sheet. You can make a change to a PowerPoint. You can edit a file from Microsoft Word. A tremendous capability that you can try free for 45 days. Just go to gotomypc.com and look for the Try It Free button, and then make sure that you use the code PODCAST, PODCAST. Go to my PC wherever you are.
Okay, now Sonny, what are some of the other features that you have found that RVers really want to have with this? Once they get all the car information and where they want to go, what makes the RoadMate RV that much more special?
Okay, so first of all, when you look at the campground information, we have an exclusive partnership with GoodSam and also Trailer Light Directory. So finding a right campground is very important, has a clean facility. So with the campground, GoodSam member definitely enjoy their discount for the selective location. You can look at the private campground. Here is your triple rating system. You can preview the rating of this particular campground. Select the one you like. Read a little bit more. If this campground is pet friendly, do they have a Wi-Fi? What type of a facility is available? Are they accepting credit card? How many parks do they have? So those are one of the key important things for the RVer. This device not just for the private campground, also covers national park and everything. So when you're happy, you can actually do this programming stuff at home. When you're happy, pairing your mobile phone with this device, this becomes a hands-free phone.
Oh, that is too cool.
So you can just dial that and make a phone call, say, hey, checking on reservation, availability, and all sort of different stuff.
This is basically a smart device for RVers. This is really great. What other types of information did you get from customers that they really that made it to go into the RoadMate?
So basically, besides exclusive partner with the GoodSam, getting lots of good input from them, and we also talk with lots of RVer, and they definitely no shy to provide their feedback. The most recent one I heard is, I have a dog. Where's the dog park?
Oh, that is so, you just never know till somebody asks.
Correct. So, we've been getting a lot of good feedback from the RVer out there. And so there are more and more features we will factor in to make this a true RVer device and make them drive, safer, more enjoyable.
Oh, I'll tell you what, and I'll bet the RVers absolutely love this. Sonny, thank you so much. This was really great. This is the RoadMate RV and Andy Headhard Hat Smith for TPN.TV.
This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
All right. Very, very neat device. We always like seeing things from Magellan, and we hope you're interested in that. We thought you might be.
Yeah. The part that I loved was they said that the RVers weren't shy about giving them feedback, and so that's probably true.
Yeah, I would think so. That's good, though, because you're going to get a better application from that. You're going to get all kinds of good stuff. So if you have something to tell Magellan, I'm sure they'd love to hear it. So be sure to check out that interview, and we will have all the information in the show notes. I think we have a good little transition for that,
We've got a beautiful transition because they were talking about dog parks, which, of course, leads us to talk about our friends at Pet Hub. Pet Hub is the tag that has the QR code that someone who finds your lost or strayed pet, someone who finds that animal can shoot this with their smartphone, and immediately they will have the contact information that they can then get your pet back to you safely. And not only that, there's several other plans that you can sign up for. It's an inexpensive product, but you can save 20% by using the code RVNN20 when you go to pethub.com, or if you're at our site at rvnn.tv, just click on the Pet Hub logo, click on those tags, and again, make sure you use that code RVNN20. A great program, and it's very simply peace of mind for you and your pet.
So go ahead and get on that special, and I think you've got some business headlines.
I do indeed. This is courtesy of the folks at rvbusiness.com. Of course, RV Business is the editor of rvbusiness.com. Sherman Goldenberg is the host of RV Capital Talk, which is our weekly business program that talks about a lot of the commercial aspects in the world of RVs. But from time to time, there are things of interest to consumers. And of course, this weekend, the big interest, the big deal is the Super Bowl.
The what?
Super Bowl.
Is that
fairly
that's
close
this
to us in Indianapolis? But associated with that, also, there will be the Feasty Boys. I had a special appearance on Fox News. Now, these fellows are cable TV cooking personalities, John Mayer and Jim Stump, known as the Feasty Boys. And they were talking about the advantages of RV tailgating in a live Fox and Friends report, which was arranged by the Recreational Vehicle Industry Association, RVIA. All this was kicking off Super Bowl weekend from Indianapolis. Now, they had a voltage fifth wheel provided by Dutchman Manufacturing, and they showcased that in a series of teases, and then there was a 2-minute actual cooking demonstration by the Feasty Boys. And they said, you know, if you were tailgating, this is the way to do it. You've got your food, you got your beer, and you've got your bathroom. You don't even have to go into the stadium.
That is the worst part. The restrooms, it's either wait an hour in the porta potty line or have an RV.
Exactly. This particular unit had the island kitchen, a party deck, an exterior big screen TV, and all sorts of other amenities, and that impressed Gretchen Carlson. She said she was really, really envious. Something else you can be envious of is your friend or neighbor who in a couple of years is going to have an 8-speed pickup with an automatic 8-speed transmission from General Motors. They announced the next generation of full-size pickups and SUVs, which will be launching in 2013, will have an 8-speed powertrain. They've invested $240 million in producing this new transmission. They haven't decided for sure exactly what vehicles are going to get it, but 8- and 9-speed transmissions are the tactics that automakers use to meet the very stringent fuel economy standards that are upcoming. Going from a 6-speed to an 8-speed can boost efficiency by 3 to 6% according to the vehicle. They think that it will be vehicles like the Chevrolet Silverado, GMC Sierra, and they currently get 15 miles per gallon in city driving, 20 miles per gallon on the highway. Chrysler already has, from a German subsidiary, they have an 8-speed transmission that will should be included in the Ram pickup and other trucks. Ford is said to be developing its own 8-speed gearbox, but that's going to have to wait for the next generation of the F-Series pickup in the 2015 or 2016 model year. So Ford's going to be a little bit behind, sounds like. That's what's happening. You can check out other RV industry-related business news at rvbusiness.com.
Very good. And I have to point out from the first story, it's not the John Mayer, the singer. It's a different John Mayer. When you said John Mayer, I thought
J-O-N-M-A-Y-E-R.
Yep. So a different Mayer, different John Mayer. So be sure to check that out. Pretty cool. Let's see here today in your social media and web links section. I'll put up where you can find us here. Okay, so this first one I want to talk about. This is ridiculous. I don't know. Andy, were you a fan of Men in Black?
Men in Black.
Men in Black 1 and 2?
Absolutely.
So, Men in Black 3 is coming out, right?
Yeah. That's
so
right.
Will Smith is downtown in Soho, and he decided to bring his rather large trailer and just park it in the already crowded streets. Now, Andy, if it isn't bad enough that he has one of these ginormous trailers parked in the middle of the street, he has two. And his second one is his personal gym. And his personal gym is bigger than his double-decker residence.
So with the slide out.
With the slide out.
Yeah.
And they actually, this is about
and satellite dishes
oh,
right
yeah,
there.
satellite
well
dishes.
And that would be a challenge in the canyons there in New York.
Well, they interview some of the pedestrians and so forth, and they talk about, they're just like, this is ridiculous. I mean, this is bigger than most of the people's apartments in that street. Yeah. I mean, if you look at this is tried 5 or 6 apartments worth.
And the other thing with the slide out, it's not only is he illegally parked, he's illegally double parked because of the slide out, the way that it comes out.
I'm going to fast forward here because
was thankful enough to put the cones through there as well.
I'm not good at fast forwarding on this, so I'll just stop that.
Okay.
But anyways, they showed inside of the gym. It's nicer than any gym I've been to.
Let me see if I can grab that on IVGA here and
let's see if Andy can.
Okay, there's this is on the Today Show where they were talking about it. Okay, there's Men in Black.
And this
How
is
long is this interview?
It's like 5. It's it's different clips. Now there it is.
There's the gym.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can go full screen and or a little bit larger. There we go.
I mean,
and the slide outs on the sidewalk side as well.
I mean, because everyone needs a spiral staircase and granite countertops and a full kitchen. I like Will Smith.
Yeah, and he's got the little awning there too.
Yeah, there's a private deck up top. I mean, how private is your deck if you are parked in the middle of Soho?
That could be like a food truck. I mean, like a really deluxe one.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that could be like who's one of those famous chefs that has a restaurant? That's what they would have the restaurant.
Here's
the gym.
Here's the gym coming.
So they're talking. I think they were trying to give him some slack when they're saying the ever fit. He's always known for how fit he is.
Inside there as well.
I mean, there's like 3 treadmills. How many treadmills does one guy need? So I'm sure there's other people working out.
Sure,
anyways,
that was working well, and of course, thanks to NBC for giving us fair use of that. But that looks like it was really cool, and that's an RV that can equal that one from Austria. With the great big bubble on the front.
Yes. So interesting. Just thought you'd enjoy that.
What else you got?
This is something I retweeted today from Clem's RV. His tagline is RV there yet? RV at Clem's yet. And so this article talks about rent out your RV to earn money. Now, Andy, we've talked about renting an RV if you don't have one, or something like that. But I don't know if we've really discussed the topic of, hey, guess what? My RV is in storage for 6 months out of the year. Why don't I, rent that out? Why don't I make some money?
Yeah.
And they have a nice little video interview here that you'll just have to watch for yourself. But it really is. I mean, unfortunately, we would all love to be full-timers. I mean, I don't know if you could really ask a person and say, would you like to travel all the time?
Right.
And probably not very many people would say no. And it's just the reality of it. You buy an RV, you have intentions of using it a lot more than what you do, and maybe you don't. So this is a way to capitalize on your investment, make some money back, and something to consider. So check this out. We want to say thanks to Clem's RV for that little article.
They're in Elwood City, Pennsylvania. And one of the things that's interesting is that his family has been in the RV industry, RV business since 1964. Western Pennsylvania's largest RV dealer. So I'm not sure where Elwood City is. Maybe
we might have to Google map that one.
Google map that here in just a moment.
So okay, so maybe I should have posted this. I did post it early, but maybe we didn't have a live on Groundhog's Day. So that'll just be my preface to why I'm saying this now. So Groundhog Day for next year, if you would like to go to Puxatawny, Philadelphia, in your RV.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. What did I say?
Oh, Elwood City is just inside, across from Youngstown,
Google
Ohio.
mapping?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very, very close there.
Okay, so that. There we go. All right, I'm looking at the Google map here. All right, so this is an article talking about if you would like to go next year for the Groundhog Day fun. Let's see, next year. I don't know the exact date. Is it always on the 2nd?
I believe
Is Groundhog Day always on the 2nd?
I
So
believe that
on the
it
2nd
is,
of
yes.
next year in February, you can go there, and they actually have festivities until February 4th. So if you're there or close to there, you can go tomorrow, and festivities will still be going on.
In fact, if you pull up the IBGA here, you can see that this is not a trivial kind of event.
No.
You always have the picture of the gentlemen in their big top hats, and that's the oops, shocking discovery. No, I really didn't want to go to that shocking discovery.
No?
There we go. Wow. I click on that and it's not disappearing, so we'll try it one more time. There we go. Well, of course, this is what you see. You see the top hats and the Puxatawny Phil, but you don't see just thousands of people there in the background.
It's a party. It's like Mardi Gras, but for a groundhog. And
Oh.
the neat thing about it is, if you go there next year and you want to visit, and you have your RV, basically it's free to park. City streets and lots are free for parking until February 4th, so it's a really good time to get in on that. You can they're saying you can park in Walmarts even if you're not shopping. Barclay Square, they said it's about a 1.5 mile hike up there, but there's some free parking as well. And you can pick up a free value-sized order of onion rings at Burger King on Hampton Avenue. So lots of good things going on. But social media-wise, on Foursquare, if you follow Visit Peay, and on Groundhog Day, if you give if you put in Groundhog when you give a shout-out, you'll unlock a very special badge. I should have done that. I should have done that.
Yes, you should have been.
So
now you know.
Yeah, now you know. So things you can do from your RV would be that you can watch it live on YouTube, and they've got lots of good stuff. So they have announcements on Facebook. You can follow them on Twitter and look for the Groundhog Day historical marker. So next year, you have been warned. These are the things to do. Check it out. And if you're in the area or want to just take a little road trip, festivities go throughout the weekend. So Groundhog's Day, it's a D-list holiday, but we are still excited about it.
It's a what kind of holiday?
I said D-list.
A
A-list,
an
B-list, D-list,
well,
yeah.
Yeah, maybe C.
Maybe C, yeah.
Maybe C,
I mean,
depends,
it's a Bill Murray movie, so that probably at least moves it up to C. Maybe I was being a little pessimistic there, so
yes, yeah,
excuse me.
Maybe so. Travel app of the day.
Travel app of the day. And today's travel app of the day, if you give me a second to go back to what You've got it.
Yeah.
See, this is what's really messing me up here as I'm going. All right, so this is my travel map of the app. I can't talk either. It is Roadside America. Now, if you have ever wanted to see the world's largest and smallest things, or little museums, quirky graves and statues, odd buildings, architecture, if you've been to roadsideamerica.com, you'll see what they are picking up. And this is an app. It's $2.99 for your iOS device. And just really cool because it'll track where you're at, and then you can see all these weird things, and I like weird things, and if there's strange things near or around you, you can go to them, and you know what, sometimes you don't know that they're there until you consult a app like this. Muffler Men statues, mystery spots, gravity hills, caves, natural and unnatural wonders, Route 66, classic attractions, tourist traps, bazaar, eateries, and I think this app is applicable to everyone. I think this is cool. So I love to find a weird thing, and I'm sure you do as well. So check out this app. It's $2.99 in the App Store. Roadside America is the name.
Well, now here's something that a question that I would have is this restricted to? Obviously, it can geosense where you are, so it can say, okay, this is what's in your immediate region. But if you're planning a trip to New Mexico, even though I'm in Indiana, can I put in New Mexico and it tells me around Las Cruces, here are things to see? That would be a question.
I don't know if I can specifically answer for the app. I will have to go back and research, but I know if you go to roadsideamerica.com, they do have listings. So either or, you can plan your trip that way. So Roadside America, good stuff. I like to follow them on Facebook, and they've got some funny stuff that they share.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the comments there, and the one that I thought was kind of cool was the user's name was Air Force Wing Mom. Instead of your wingman, you got
Your
your
wing
mom.
mom.
Yes.
I don't know if that's
looks pretty
something-
cool. And yeah, so interesting app that you pulled up there for the day.
So if you are out and about this weekend, even in your own hometown, or you know, they always say, we always kind of talk about traveling maybe 30 to 50 miles away from where you're at and see discover what's around you. So maybe check out that app this weekend. It is $2.99, but not that much for what you're getting. Check it out. See if there's something weird around you, and then if there is, please email us. Or if you're just on vacation this weekend, we'd love to hear.
You know, it's one of the things I was thinking about Captain and Clark. I was thinking about the winds. I mean, these are people that travel all over the country or all over the world. And, you know, both of them in their interviews said, do the first thing.
Yeah.
Travel, find something 20 miles from your house and just go to it.
Yeah.
Just because you can. And we get, you know, so kind of tied in with what's you know, happening with our job and business and community activities and so forth. And there's just a lot of attractions around America that are within 20 miles of you right now.
Yep. And the weird thing about it is that you live in a place for maybe so long, or, you know, even 5 years or more, and you get so adjusted or just so familiar with what's around you that you don't realize that people travel
Yes.
to visit where you live, and you just kind of take advantage of it. So maybe reopen your eyes and rediscover where you're at. So.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's, I'm trying to think of a segue into GoToMeeting.
Did I not give you a good one? Wait, hold on. When
Well,
you're far away from
far
home.
away or when you're close by. Actually, that is a good segue, because GoToMeeting is a tool that, of course, we use every week, almost every day. And sometimes we're using it for across town. Sometimes we're using it for across the country. But in whichever case, you can meet for as often as you need. You can meet for as long as you want online. And there's a really great program where you can try it for free for 30 days. All you have to do is go to gotomeeting.com, look for the Try It Free button, click on that, sign up, and use the code PODCAST, P-O-D-C-A-S-T. And when you do that, you'll qualify for a 30-day free trial, and you'll see what we're talking about, what a great tool GoToMeeting is. GoToMeeting, affordable meetings made easy.
Made easy. What else is easy is things that you're going to be able to watch either on your Roku or however else you consume our content. We will have some geocaching, the meet and greet episode, and we've kind of titled this, When the Cat is Out, the Mice Will Play, because Mr. Smith wasn't, Mr. Smith was not able to join us. And so Mr. McCaskey and I decided, well, we can surely do this. Let's have a Google Hangout. Let's get the chat room
and we
going.
had help from the chat room.
Oh, yeah.
Had a couple of things to run through. And also we had the interview that Andy Smith did on the handheld GPS, which is, you know, tied in and
From
focused
Magellan.
on geocaching. Boy, have I got a great geocache radar today.
Ah.
We'll talk about that in a moment.
Okay.
RV Capital Talks posted. This was the interview with Michael Peay from Holiday World of Houston. He's also the head of a RV dealer network. So you can check that out, kind of understand a little bit about the business side of the world of RVs and so forth. But we'll get this meet and greet when the cat's away. We'll get that episode posted up here. Certainly here before the weekend's out.
Yes, and just a reminder, things that we'll be taping next week. Of course, live is changing to noon. It will loop in from noon until 4 o'clock Eastern. But on Monday, we are going to be joined by Kara from The Bag Holder. So go to thebagholder.com, check it out. But this weekend, we are going to be running a promotion on our Twitter, Facebook, Google+, to give away a bag holder live on Monday. So you need to participate. And for you that are watching this, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. So just hop over to our Facebook, Twitter, Google+, whatever it may be, and I want to know what you're cooking for your tailgate this weekend, what you're cooking up for the Super Bowl. We want to know what recipes. We want you to share those, and if you share a recipe, your name will go in the entry to win the bag holder. So a really neat device. You'll need to tune in. And then, of course, on Tuesday, we'll have the Geocaching World meet and greet. And then, you know what? If that Mr. Hardhead isn't here, I'm going to go all the way to North Carolina and drag him here. So be warned, mister.
You've been warned. You know, we talk about geocaching a lot because it's such a great RV-focused family activity, because you can dial it up or dial it down. The geocaches, which have been hidden around the North America, around the whole world, as a matter of fact, these geocaches are rated as far as terrain and difficulty. And so if you're going out and you've got young kids with you, maybe 5, 6 years old, something like that, you can select something that is a terrain of 1, a difficulty of 1 or 2, have a great family outing, and be in a situation where their young eyes, which aren't distracted by a lot of things, kids can almost have an advantage in this hobby, and that's what makes it so great. But it gets you outdoors as a family, and particularly if you're camping, it's one more activity that you can plan into the day, and that doesn't cost you much money too. So that's a positive thing. But the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
The other end of the spectrum.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Yes. Now, when you crank it up, you can get something like this.
Hey, it's Geocache Radar, episode GRCD 105-5. Today's cache is near Ocala, Florida. And while you're in the Ocala area, you could go canoeing at the Silver River State Park. You could have some fun over at Wayne's World Paintball and camping. Or you could head to the Ocklawaha Prairie Preservation Area for some bird watching, all within easy driving distance of today's cache. Today's cache is cache number GCT5DP, a difficulty of 3 and a terrain of 5. This one's going to be a challenge. It's called Carpe Noctem. You park, you hike, and then you shine your flashlight and look for reflectors and clues. It's approximately north 28 degrees 37 minutes, west 80 degrees 57 minutes. But it is strongly recommended that you do not attempt this cache alone. These woods, somewhat perilous during broad daylight, replete with venomous snakes, wild hogs, nasty spiders, and other critters. Make sure you leave a note on your windshield, else the police will think you are poaching. For full details, go to geocaching.com, the official global GPS geocache hunt site. For show notes on this cache, go to rvnewsnet.com/geocache radar. Information is believed to be valid at the time of production, but conditions may change. Use common sense and caution, particularly on this cache, and do not trespass. Keep geocaching a fun and family RV activity. Geocache Radar is a production of RV Newsnet and RVNN TV, and is a member of the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
Now, do you think that would be fun?
That's just cruel.
No, hey, listen, we don't make this stuff up. Those were actually the notes from geocaching.com, and they had a much more elaborate description of what to expect, and that is direct from the Florida DNR as far as poaching and so forth. Make sure if you go after this cache that you go after it in teams, and that people are physically capable of meeting the challenge. That looks like it'd be fun.
Oh yeah, and I haven't. I did a video at CES, and it was random facts from everyone. And do you know my random fact?
No, I haven't seen.
I haven't posted it yet. That's why I haven't seen it. But I think I've actually shared it with our audience here. So I'll go ahead and share it. But I love swamp people.
Swamp people.
Have you seen the show?
No, I'm
On
afraid
History
that I've not had
or not
that.
History. Yeah.
I'm afraid I've not
Oh,
had that.
Andy, it's fantastic.
That
So this is kind of intriguing, except for the fact that I'm really terrified of alligators. But that could be really.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be, and you have to do it at night. So there's no light.
Yeah, no light. Well,
obviously.
And one of the other things is we just talk about Jake the snake.
Oh.
You hear this plop in the water around you, and that's not happy.
I just got chills. I think without even seeing that, they could see that I just did a gross.
Okay. Hey, well, listen, I hope that you have a great Super Bowl weekend. And
Wait, I have to ask, who are you rooting for?
I got to be the Pats.
The Pats?
Yeah.
I'm also rooting for a team that starts with a P, but it's called the Packers. And I don't know where they're going to be at this weekend, but
I don't, we'll get back to you.
Yeah,
on that,
yeah.
on that,
Tell me where they're playing, and I'll tune in. So, yeah, go whatever team you're rooting for. Have a great tailgate, and I guess we'll see them on
at noon.
At noon.
Noon Eastern on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
RVNN-Live.
Yes. Have a great weekend, everyone. We will see you then.
Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to RVNN.TV and click on the Angie's List ad.